Do you think Israel has the right to defend its borders?
I think Israel has a responsibility to protect those that it occupies. I think you have to ask that question differently. Noura Arakat wrote a tremendous article on this from a legal perspective. When you talk about Israel defending itself, Israel is bound to occupation law. This is the problem all along. When John Kerry said, of course, the U.S. is great sometimes at issuing inconsequential statements that Israel has to choose whether or not it wants to be a Jewish or a democratic state, but it can't be both. Israel wants to occupy and deny, and at the same time not be held to the standards of being an occupier, but be treated as if it's some normal state. Those borders were drawn across occupied land and have been expanding into Palestinian territory, and people have been thrown out of their homes systematically and transgressed upon, even in the places that they fled to, which is Gaza, right? So when you talk about Israel having a right to defend itself, you should be talking about Israel's duty to protect everyone under its occupation. Either lift the occupation or protect everyone under your occupation. Where are your borders, right? What is your responsibility? Who are you protecting? And I think that it speaks to the fact that Israeli policy considers Palestinians to be animals. They say as much and they do as much. I've spoken about James Baldwin, and James Baldwin talked about this pious silence surrounding Israel that we're supposed to pretend like it's just another state, and ignore how it came into being and what it functions as. And I think that pious silence has to be broken. I remember Jon Stewart when he had the Daily Show several years ago, and he talked about this policy of, we have to defend ourselves. And if someone was attacking your home, what would you do? And the response was, well, why are you forcing people into a closet? So you force people into this desperate situation. You drive them out of their homes, claim their homes, and then say that you're defending yourself against them. The default is that an occupied people have a right to defend themselves. The occupier is obligated to those that they occupy.
Can you speak to this term occupation in Gaza? Because the people that say it is not an occupation say that Israeli troops have been pulled out from there before October 7th for many years.
Yeah.
And to you, it still is a de facto occupation.
Israel doesn't get to set the terms and then define them. It is an occupation according to any legal standard, international legal standard. Israel controls the movement of everyone in Gaza. It controls the air and the seas. It controls the ability to import or export. The people that live in Gaza and the people that live in the West Bank, the Palestinians, have had their identity stolen from them. So there's the freedom of movement. There is the freedom of thriving. There is self-determination. All of that has been stolen from the people of Gaza. There's no airport in Gaza. That was destroyed by Israel as well. It is an occupation at every level and by any meaningful legal determination.